Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. My name is Sandy Coomer.
And I'm David M. Harris. We hope you'll enjoy the poems we'll be reading today, poems written by your friends and neighbors. Our first one was in fact written by me, Still Life, from my book, The Review Mirror. One broken flower pot, broken neatly, two clean pieces laid together. It might have fallen apart just now, spontaneously, except things do not fall apart like that. Not even things as fragile as a terracotta pot. One torn, discarded pair of leather work gloves. The hands that once needed their protection need it no longer, or the gloves no longer serve. One concrete planter. The geranium is red. No, not red, but fuchsia. The pansies two shades, dark and light, of a purple that edges toward blue. I learned to see colors from Kate. She could see a color, match it from memory. This was important to her. One large crack in the stone slab on which everything else rested.
I wrote the next poem, and it's called Morning. I leave you sleeping in the quiet morning. The faint sun hasn't yet reached the back porch, and all is hushed with purple-gray mist ringing the yard like castle walls. I wait for last night's anger to reappear, but it takes too much work to dig it out of memory. I let it sink into the recess of those things that can't be explained. Let it sit with the coolness of a just-birthed day, quiet against the rages of the past, still beside the future flutter of things hoped for and feared at the same time. I think if I stay here and let the day form around me, I can be reborn with it. I think if we move slower, we can catch up with each other. If we don't speak, we can hear the breath that brought us together all those years ago. We can hear the words we used to say spring out of the air that still holds them true.
Never Imagined by VeerajaR. A milestone in the right direction. I know this only because I never imagined I will be passing this way. But it is hard to imagine now not being here.
Farmer by VeerajaR. I rake, I plow, I dig, I sow, I weed, I prune, a snip here, a snap there, not with a farmer's tool. I bend and toil, but not just in the soil. I watch the miracles sprout. I hold my breath. I tread gently along, for I am just a farmer of words.
Office Politics by Mike Tucker. You are the red-headed fool. You became the spider's ally. Stupidly you ran to her web. You didn't know you'd be her tool. Hushed whispers in an alabaster land agreed murmuring would poison the well. She would sharpen the knife and place it in your hand. But your mind is too small, your eyes too weak. She knows your sin is greed. You will stab the bear's back if you can gain. Alas, there'll be none in the destruction you seek. She pulls your string, you do the deed. No metamorphosis for you. The spider gets the win, her competition gone. Naively you followed her lead. You are now her slave if she has her way. In your red-headed way you take the bait and stumble forward to your mistake. Headlong you rush to a terrible day. Your feeble attempt misses the bear. The owl sees through the sham, and that's too bad for you, because the bear really did care. You are of no use to anyone now. You've lost the bear and failed the spider. Now you'll lose your tongue and be carried off by the owl.
A Place Called Love by Catherine Moore, from her book Story. Just off the Grand Isle Bridge, I smell the neighborhood first. A sudden stench that parches throats and eyes creates a tick near my tonsils. I spit a cough, trying to release the reek. Hold your breath now, Grandma announces towards the back seat as we drive through the canal. Shrunken in aspirated posture, I see it, the gray celery stalks posing as trees, make pretend homes on a Martian landscape. Ash-colored lawns without grass or play markings, a lonely tire swing twists in rust-colored air. This place called love, queer in its strange glow and weird hieroglyphics on emptied houses, its odd puddles of ooze that won't admit the blues or yellow unless they randomly bubble from underground, bruises on barren soil. I squeeze shut my eyelids and gasp prayers I never inhale. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you'll join us again soon.